Hello and welcome to Central, where I got something wrong. I said Leclerc was on pole for some reason. Must have missed something on Friday because Verstappen's on pole. Over that, I'm getting confused. But the 5 lights are out and it's lights out, and away we go here at Central. Verstappen gets away well. Brilliant start from Alexander Albon. He's already almost past Charles Leclerc. But Leclerc could almost be past Max Verstappen. And into turn 1, who's going to be in front? It's going to be Verstappen who leads Leclerc. He's Alexander Albon as a Haas off almost. Sorry. Yeah, almost off. It's one of the Haas cars. They're all backing up there. There's an issue for Verstappen. Verstappen's got an issue. Verstappen's got an issue. I think they're all backing up. Verstappen going very slowly down the back straight, and that's the race leader holding up Albon as well. So Albon and Verstappen. What's happened here for Verstappen? He's got to have an issue or something. He's already near the back. There's cars off behind him there. And I don't know what's happened here, but Verstappen's gone from 1st to 16th in a matter of a lap. And we're going to watch Verstappen, because I don't know what's happened to him. It's got to be an issue or something, because he hasn't got damage. The safety car is out, by the way. I don't know why, but a weird start here in Central. Of course, safety for safety cars, a collision there between the two Alfa Romeos, or either that's an Alfa Romeo or a Ferrari, I think it is. Oh, there's a collision there between the McLaren and Alpine as well. Chaos at the start. There's checking up the collision there. And Albon almost awful with one of the Williams. Could be Sargent. But what is happening here? Of course, I was trying to say that you can overtake it until you get to the finish line if the safety car is called out. That is a new rule this season. But Max Verstappen, he's 9th now. But what happened there? What on earth is that all about? I don't know what happened there. Let's get a replay of that start then. On board with Verstappen. So this is on board with Max Verstappen at the start. The pole sitter. 5 lights light up. And he gets away. Gets away well at first. He's in front going into turn 2. And then, what happens? He's just stuck in 2nd gear. And that is a very weird incident for Verstappen. A gearbox issue potentially. And then they all start colliding here. And I have some massive news coming in my ear. And it's to do with championship leader George Russell. So let's just watch him. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm going to watch it with you. There's a big dive there from Tsunoda. Getting past someone. Trying to get past George Russell now. I think it's Stroll he got past. Russell goes deep, very deep, loses a few positions, and then collision that of, I think, Albon. And, there's this big, what's happening here? There's a front wing gone, and a rear wing gone for George Russell. Bottas has lost his front wing. Bottas has lost his rear left suspension, that's him out of the race. And what's happened here? There's Tsunoda, there's Ocon, and there's George Russell. All going very slowly through turn 1. Tsunoda's got away. There's smoke coming out of something or someone. And those two have both stopped now. What's happening here? And that is Russell out of this race. There's someone spun round in the pit lane as well. That could be Liam Lawson. No, it's not. That is Tsunoda. So it was Lawson actually, might have been from earlier on. What's happened to Tsunoda then? What's happening here? Oh, he's into the pits, collided with Norris, and then... Oh, just hits that, and that's the tyre gone. Is it? Yeah, it is, so Snowder's out. And then gets hit by, who is that? So Williams, it's Logan Sargent, De Vries also the contact. Just a weird start. Safety car still out. Magnussen's up to P3. I want to watch the start on board from Kevin Magnussen. Because P3, he started P14. So let's watch the start. And it's lights out and away they go. Down the inside of them, didn't actually make many. To be fair, no, there's a few checking out. There's a big contact there between an Alfa Romeo and someone else. And then Verstappen's issues has allowed him to get right past everyone and up to P4, no P3, sorry. It's fair enough. You've got to be there to get the overtakes done, and that is what Kevin Magnussen has done. So yeah, fair enough. Anyway, let's go back to live coverage now. Anyway, they get go. Let's watch the restart. It's Magnussen in P3. Not a great restart from him. And let's see. They go down the back straight. Magnussen, he's got Drugovich behind him at the moment. And they go down towards the first of the two chicanes. And oh, it's a late lunge from Drugovich. That car, Stroll, sorry, that puts Magnussen off. He then goes into Stroll. He won't be too best pleased, and I don't blame him, to be honest. But then Gasly does the same thing. And Magnussen almost off the track there. And losing a lot of positions. And then contact of Stroll that sends him off the track. And into the wall, yes he has, and surprisingly that front wing still on his car. Not going to ask how. Just going to wonder. Magnussen almost does make contact there with that McLaren. I think it was Lando Norris. Magnussen down to P15, so a horrible restart from P14 to P3 to P15. Horrible restart from Magnussen. Let's go back live. And this is what Magnussen to make sure he doesn't get up there. So this has been a horrible weekend for Magnussen. Big crash in what was it? Just trying to think exactly what happened. We're back live now. Magnussen P14. It's Gasly who currently leads. One last time out. We don't think we've had a back-to-back race winner so far this season. Going back to Magnussen's qualifying, just was horrid. To be fair, he did hit the wall suspension when he managed to get actually back to the pits, but didn't quite. Wasn't able to get another good lap in, and then the sprint shootout, massive crash after going P3, big hit in the sprint in turn 2. Same place where he rolled over in the sprint shootout. Magnussen weekend just. It's a weekend to forget for Kevin. Let's just say that. Anyway, Gasly is who leads. Speaking of people who had a horrid start, a horrid weekend, there's Max Verstappen. Did he DNF? Yeah, he DNF'd in the sprint. Let's go on board with the Dutchman. His gearbox went going through the at the start. He just went stuck in gear 2 for some reason. Not entirely sure what happened. All this contact there between Verstappen and and the contact between him and Norris. And Verstappen's in the wall. Verstappen's out. His weekend has gone from bad to worse. It's the second DNF for the pole sitter. He was pole on. Was he pole on the sprint shoot? Yeah, he's been pole both races this weekend. He's now out this race, and Norris as well. Just his week, his season in general is not going well. And now there's a hold up in the pit lane. Norris is struck. There's Drogovic. And Norris is now holding up the pit lane, kind of. Drogovic. Could Drogovic's run of point scoring races come to an end here at Sentul? Looking a bit stuck there, to be honest. Hamilton's out of the race as well, so something's happened to Lewis. Not too sure what. It's been out for quite a while though. Here he is without a front wing. He's under safety car. He's not got a front wing. So both Mercedes, the championship constructive championship leaders, both out. And what has happened to Lewis? Let's see. Comes to the pits. Is it retire or is it to get a new front wing? It's to get a new front wing. What's happened to Lewis? The engine just goes under safety car. So it's reliability issues for the German outfit. And that is a shame for Hamilton. Oh, it's a fire, to be fair. Big fire in the back of his car. And that is a shame for Hamilton. Anyway, go back live now. It's Sainz now who leads from Gasly. We're getting back to live coverage now. Magnussen's got an issue. He's a lap down at the moment and he's got an issue. He's spun round, he's almost over, sorry. What's happened to Magnussen? This race is just drama after drama. We've barely actually seen any live racing. It's just been replays of God knows what's happened. Oh, that's going to be a big hit. Let's see, it's P11. Let's see. It's on the curb, loses the car, and oh, another big hit. But just like in qualifying, he's able to get back round. Almost hits the McLaren. Into the wall hard there. Into the wall hard again and again. Oh, good turn off. He's barrel rolling. Maybe gets on the curb. Yeah, it's the curb which is sent him barrel rolling. Very strange crash there, and he's hit by an Aston Martin. That's their front wing gone, and that Alpine front wing gone as well, I think. What is happening here? Magnussen now into the pits. I think he's going to retire the car. But he's reversing. Probably because he misses pit box, to be honest. Anyway, we'll come back to him in a bit. I'll just show you quickly something that happened on the safety car. Wait, was it? I don't know, to be honest. You know what? No, I don't think anything actually happened. I think I'm thinking of incident that happened in the race, to be honest. I don't think this stuff. What's happening here? Norris still having issues. I think he is. Anyway. Let's get back live. There we go. So, Albon currently leads. And how is Magnussen doing in the pits at the moment? Trying to get that Haas repaired. Oh, and there's smoke coming out the back of his car. And I think the engine's shut off, and that could be, yeah, Magnussen out of this race. I think they've shut the engine off. Him going off all those times has meant he's had to end his race. And yeah, that's Magnussen out of the race, unfortunately. The weekend to forget for the Dane. And while we watch Albon versus Gasly, we're going to go for a little break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. And welcome back to Sentinel. Well, while we were gone, Gasly did get momentarily in front of Albon, but Albon's got back in front. But can Gasly get past his contact between the top two? That can invite Carlos Sainz to get past one of them, or both of them, and it does. And Carlos Sainz is now leading the Indonesian Grand Prix. It's the first time F1's ever been to Indonesia. They were meant to come here at this very circuit. I believe it was 1996. But unfortunately, it was around the same time as Zhuhai was rumoured to be in F1, so was Autopolis. So a few Asian circuits were meant to be in F1 but never did. Also around that time that Sepang and Shanghai came around. So, and then of course we had Singapore and some other circuits coming in later on, like Bahrain. We had Qatar, of course, that F1 went to in 2021. Now it's built with MotoGP. Around then, I think it was anyway. Yeah. Anyway, now Albon trying to get past Gasly, and they're going to be a good battle here through turn 2. And it's Sainz who leads Albon, who leads Gasly. What about through turn 3? Is he going to make a lunge? He does. There's contact. And can Gasly get past Sainz? And Sainz goes from first to third in the matter of a corner. Anyway, it's Albon who now leads 20 laps into the 77 lap race. And looks like all the drama has calmed down a little bit. Where's Piastri? He's there. And the front runners are there. So they're a little bit in front. Wait, where are they? Oh, actually quite far in front, to be fair. Yeah, they do look like they're pretty far in front. Okay. Yeah, got a massive lead, the top 3. Sainz v Gasly, their Albon's getting away a bit. So let's see, these two, they're side by side going through turn 2. We had a few collisions here in the sprint race yesterday, but this time they're able to keep it clean, and it's Gasly in front of Carlos Sainz. So they go through turn 2. I know we've just been for a break, but they kind of... You know, I'll go for a break, but if anything happens, I'll be here to say anything. Just having a little look. I know I'd like to say if anything happens. There we go. Gasly might be able to get past that. Sorry about that. Albon. And now side by side going into turn 1, and Albon's in front. There's contact. There's contact between the top two, and Albon can't hold off Gasly, or can he? No, he can't. And Gasly's up into P1. But can we see move? Sainz is getting close as well. This battle could go on for the rest of the race, but of course once they pit, they're on hard, so the tyres will go quite a while. But once they start to pit, I reckon we might see some more people potentially getting involved in the race for the win. We've seen that multiple times this year, and I hardly doubt that will change here in Indonesia. Early morning for me in UK, it's 8:30 in the morning. Around the same time I had to get up last week for the Japanese Grand Prix and the Thai Grand Prix as well. That was an 8 AM start, I believe. So yeah, a lot of early mornings on Sundays and Saturdays and Fridays. Of course, this weekend being the sprint race, and then it goes to late nights. Of course, with the 4 Americas races in a row. If I can remember rightly. Well, actually it's 5 because I've got to commentate SRS Martinsville as well, and that's like pretty late because it's a night race, so. Well, to be precise, the Martinsville starts at where is it? 11:30. Nice. Not school in the morning. I'm joking. Albon versus Gasly. There we go. Here's a move. Albon back in front. Actually, I was looking at time, so I'm not sure. Here's Sainz, and here's Charles Leclerc as well. Is Leclerc a lap down or not? Gasly trying to get past Sainz, it looks like. No, it's Leclerc. He's a lap down. So good. Where's this? The top 7. Where's Ocon? I think Ocon's a lap down. Piastri's got, I think that's Joe in front of him. Yeah, it is Joe, so he's a lap down. I think there are a lot of people that are just multiple laps down, to be honest. After the issue we've had in pit lane, very narrow pit lane, so people just getting held up. And it's just a messy race. Anyway, yeah, 8 PM race, 6 PM race. I was going through this the other day, but I kind of stopped because stuff happened. Let's keep going. Brazilian Grand Prix at 6 PM like UK time. It's classed with the Xfinity 500, unfortunately. And then the qualifying for that's on at 8 PM. So yeah, no sprint there. Then it's Brazilian Grand Prix starting at 6 PM as well. Sprint on at 7:30, sprint shootout at 2:30, and qualifying on at 7. And then it's the Californian Grand Prix qualifying at 11 PM, race at 10 PM UK time. Then we've got the Daytona 250 for SRS, and while I'm talking about this, we've got a 3-car battle for the lead here between Leclerc, and that's not Leclerc, it is Leclerc, so it's a 2-car battle for the lead between Gasly and Albon, and Leclerc trying to get involved in it as well to potentially unlap himself. Anyway, Daytona 250 it's a Sunday night race. It starts at 10. It does Leclerc unlap himself on Gasly. He's just to unlap himself on Albon now. Then he's not a lap down. But yeah, Daytona 250. That starts at 10 PM, and then the qualifying for that is on 1 AM. So yeah, that's nice and early. Anyway, weekend after that, it's the Chinese Grand Prix, 7 AM for race and quali. Kind of forgot about that race, to be honest. No, there's no race though. There's Daytona 305 on. It's Gasly's in front of Ocon, Albon now. We've got Friday night qualifying at 11 PM. then we've got this top 5 shootout at 12, and then lights out is at 10:30 Saturday night. Is it meant to be that? I don't know. They might have to. I think might be changing the time for that, but we'll see. And then there's no race. I think that might be the orientation test for the Formula 500 on the 10th of December. And then Albon into P1. And then finally we've got the Dubai Grand Prix, 1 PM, lights out, 2 PM qualifying. Anyway, that's all that nonsense done. Gasly is then overtaken, there's Sainz now behind him as well, to potentially going into P2. Brilliant racing here in Sentul. 29 laps have gone. Anyway, Gasly trying to chase down Alexander Albon. Both have won, all 3 of these drivers in fact have won races so far this season. Albon and Sainz both with 1 win, Sainz in Austria and Albon in Monza. Gasly's won 3 races so far this season. He won at the Bend in Australia, he won at Assen in the Netherlands, and he won at Motegi last weekend in Japan. Can he be the first driver to win back-to-back races this season? The amount of DNFs he had in a row not too long ago. Issues with my computer means I can't actually add up the championship standings, so don't know when you next get a championship update, but you never know. Anyway, Gasly trying to get past. No, wait, what? Gasly's leading. Albon's P2. Albon's almost P3 actually. He might get overtaken here by Sainz. And yeah, Sainz is in front of Albon, so Albon now down to P3. And if I don't say things, you're seeing them, so I mean, you should be fine. Is that Piastri now catching up to this battle as well? Can Piastri win? Heartbreak in Motegi right after his teammate had a big fire in the back of his car. Albon, about 4 corners later, he inherited the lead from his teammate, ended up retiring with an engine issue. Of course, he's already won as well this season at the Lausitz Ring. The first person on track who has not won a race this season is Logan Sargent in P5. He's done brilliantly, to be fair, to get up to there. Has Ocon won this season? Don't think he has. So he's second in P3, who haven't won races this season. We've had a lot of race winners this season, of course. Nick De Vries, he's won a British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Joe has won twice this season at Misano and Saudi. Hulkenberg won 2 races ago at the Thai Grand Prix. Drogovic is third of people who haven't won. Dawson 4th. Lando Norris 5th. And that's people who are out of the race. People who are in the race. So there's only 5 people currently in the race that have not won a race this season. 6 if you include Verstappen. And who's 20th? So there's only 6 people currently on the grid who have not won a race this season. This is crazy. And how many races have we got left? Indonesia, US, California, Brazil, Virginia, 3 or 5, China and Dubai. 8 races, so everyone can win a race. So, I mean, yeah, crazy. Albon trying to chase down Pierre Gasly, the man who's won the most races this season. And 33 laps in, I reckon we go for another break. Yeah, go for another break. If Albon catches up to Gasly, then I'll come back. And as Albon has caught back up to the back of Pierre Gasly, we saw a race for the win in Portugal in the World Superbike Championship last weekend between Toprak and Bautista. Can we see a win, a battle between the top two here? It's Albon v Gasly. And Albon down the inside and Gasly leads. Albon leads, sorry. And it was a big 10-lap battle between the top two. We've had a big battle here. Albon in front, and where is Gasly? Bit further back. Okay. And then now Albon in front, so let's go another break until anything happens. To be fair, I would say look through the field, but everyone's a lap down. So there isn't really any battles. This could be alright. We've got De Vries, we've got Joe. We've got a McLaren. And then Logan Sargent. That's Piastri and Sargent, I think. Wait, so De Vries is on lap 34. Leclerc's on lap 34. I meant 34. Joe's on 34 as well. So they're the same lap. Where's Leclerc then? If they're on the same lap. I don't know. So Joe's a lap down. Piastri's a lap down on all of these lot. They're literally right here. Let's watch Piastri and Sargent. Well, Piastri trying to get past Joe actually and lap him. Anyway, Joe's already lapped down actually to Piastri, but he moves out of the way and goes a lap down. Of course, blue flag. So no, that's Sargent down inside. Joe is really messed up. Sargent. Oh, and there's contact and they've hit. And that is poor. It's poor and there's even more off now. Leclerc's made contact. And that could be a safety car, in fact. And let's get a replay of that, because, well, once they've actually sorted it out, it's on the final corner, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That is poor. Joe Guan Yu should just move out of the way and let him go, because now Alpine's got involved as well. Ocon. And it's just stupid. Sargent gets past Piastri. Piastri tries to... It's just unnecessary and ridiculous. Norris doesn't get hit. And then he just goes into him again with Joe. And then to be fair, Piastri kind of just hold up the pack. There's an AlphaTauri with Lawson. Leclerc with damage. That is the Alpine of Ocon with damage, and De Vries also with damage. No, not De Vries, sorry. Who is it? Drogovic, I'm assuming. Yeah, Drogovic also with damage. Just unnecessary mess. Anyway, let's go back live coverage. As we see these two chase each other down. Albon v Gasly, they both pit actually, so the pit window is now open. I think Albon is in front of Gasly. Back live now. Yeah, Albon is in front of Gasly by how much? Not much at all. So these two, both with good pit stops. And anyway, Albon now in P3. There's two in front of him who are yet to pit. One of them is the Aston Martin of, I believe, Lance Stroll. And the other is Logan Sargent, the other Williams, in P1. I think, what position was he before that? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I think... Oh, I don't know. It was P4, that's it, there we go. He just got past Piastri before Piastri had his incident with thingy. And let's give it a little break, or we wait for people to come out. Unless Gasly's right behind Albon, which he isn't. So yeah, let's wait a little bit, and then we'll come back. After a little break. And we're back at Central. Still not much going on. Bit of a boring part of this race, to be honest. Gasly is just there. Stroll and Sargent still leading though. They are yet to pit. Still on hard compound tyres. They probably pitted earlier on in this race, to be honest. The only way I can think that they have still in front. Because they haven't pitted yet, and normally they would have pitted by now, so yeah, you never know. Anyway, Sargent, can he win his first race in Formula 1? You never know. And there we go, Sargent finally into the pits. Stroll not coming in yet, but now Albon in P2. I'm assuming Stroll will come into the pit to the end of this lap. Actually, no, Drogovic is a lap down, unfortunately. Don't really know why he's had such a poor race. This probably get hold up in the pit lane earlier on. And still no pits for Stroll, so about, let's see, you never know. Stroll, is he coming to the pits this lap? No, it's not. You can see him in front. Still no pit for Stroll. So, wonder why he has yet to pit. Anyway. And there we go, now Gasly's in front of Albon. So it's Gasly who leads now. They've both got past Lance Stroll, who's probably going to pit at the end of this lap. And they're going to be side by side going down the main straight, sorry. Stroll still doesn't pit. Albon's going to put out to the right. Is he going to go down the inside? Yes, he is, into turn 1. He lunges. There's contact between the top two. And it's going to be Gasly who remains in front. What about turn 2? Is he going to swoop down the outside? Yes, he is. Brilliant move from Albon to take the lead of the Indonesian Grand Prix. Yes, again. And it's a brilliant move from Albon. Now Albon, Gasly's already getting passed by Stroll. Good move that from Stroll, the Canadian. Yet to pit, of course, this race. Sargent's in P5 after pitting. Anyway, Albon looks like I would honestly, I'd be surprised if he didn't win this race, to be honest. The Thai driver, he has been almighty this race. Him and Gasly, to be fair. Stroll versus Gasly. Besides in Stroll's round, Lance Stroll, last time I had at the championship, albeit a long time ago, was championship leader, and now he's been spun round by someone. I'm not sure who it is, but he's down to P4 now, and he's got to pit surely. Is he going to pit? Yes, now Stroll's in. And that spin was the last straw. If he had just pitted 49 laps on these hard tyres. That is if he hasn't pitted yet. But it's 3 wide. Gasly, Sainz and Stroll. And Lance, he turned right at a right-hander. What goes on through this man's head sometimes is beyond me. He doesn't turn. What is he doing? And you can say Sainz right hooks his rear left. In my opinion, Sainz has every right to right hook his rear left. Because where's he meant to go? It's ridiculous. I would say Stroll should get a penalty for that. But I think the penalty is getting spun round. Are you dumb? Are you dumb, blood? Like you just haven't turned. Honestly. Beyond, I'm not surprised, to be honest, knowing Stroll. Not being funny, but it's an easily avoidable accident. If you just don't go straight and you actually turn. Because if he doesn't get right hooked by Sainz, he's off the track. And to be fair enough for Sainz. He's already very close to Albon and P1. So Sainz now, it's all been the Gasly and Albon show. Now it could be the Albon and Sainz show. With Gasly nowhere to be seen at the moment. Where's the other Ferrari? Show the Oh, that is Leclerc. That's not even Sainz, so I take that back, sorry. Sainz is a bit further back, so... Yeah, never mind, that's Charles Leclerc, who is a lap down or 2 laps down? 2 laps down, okay. So, yeah, 2 laps down for the Monegasque driver. Anyway, now Charles Leclerc tries to unlap himself. Oh, it's contact. They touch, and Leclerc does unlap himself. But it's a 2019 Brazil repeat here at in Indonesia. F1's debut in the country, motorsport in Indonesia. Yes, they've had Sentul for quite a while. Really starting to spring into action. We've got motocross, to be fair, in Indonesia. There's 2 races there this year. Not too sure about other years. But of course we've had MotoGP, Mandalika, Superbikes, that new motorbike track. F1, I don't see why they couldn't be coming here. 2025, F1 plan to make a return to Indonesia after a 1-year hiatus next year. And there are news of shrinking the calendar from 27 races to 22 races potentially. You know, all the smoke. That's not Albon. Don't. Oh no, big fire for Leclerc. And that is Leclerc out of this race. He just unlapped himself. And I hope that doesn't hold up Albon. I hope it doesn't hold up anyone else as well. That is Charles Leclerc with a big fire at the back of his Ferrari. And oh no, he's been hit by his teammate. And that's Sainz's front wing gone. And there's more hold up as well. It's De Vries, I think, who got hold up just. P8 currently. Did he lose a wing? No, he didn't. What about Joe? No, Joe's still got a front wing. But one Ferrari engine goes and the other loses the front wing. And that's Charles Leclerc out of this race. And that's Carlos Sainz without a front wing. And here's Gasly finally caught back up to Albon. And it's the Albon Gasly show yes again. As Sargent now into P3. In the Williams. Alexander Albon before Monza hadn't won a race in Formula 1. No, he had got a podium in Formula 1. He had a few podiums in Formula 1 in his days of Red Bull. But for Williams, hadn't even got a podium. Now he's got 1 race win. Could he get another one here in Indonesia? About 20 laps to go. Gasly gets past him. It's a good move. They're side by side going down the back straight towards the next chicane. There's almost a bit of contact there. It's almost the exact same as what Stroll did earlier on. Goodness me. And you can argue that Stroll locked up earlier. I didn't see any tyres screeching or squealing or whatever it's called. So yep, I don't think he locked up, but you never know. Is Ocon a lap down? Ocon lap 54. Oh, fire for Ocon! Fire for Ocon! That's another big fire. And that's Ocon out of this race now. We've seen it with Hamilton, we've seen it with Leclerc, now we've got it with Ocon as well. And hopefully he doesn't get rear-ended by his teammate. Nope, Norris is past. Norris is out as well! That's 2 fires in the front straight. Lando Norris is also... No, it's Piastri. It's Oscar Piastri, sorry. It's not Lando Norris. And oh, it's been hit as well by 2 cars. That's not nice to see. That's Stroll who's hit him, and that's Sainz who's hit him as well. Goodness me, Sainz. Lance Stroll, championship contender with damage. It's Gasly's in front of Albon. There's contact. De Vries tries to get unlap himself. Albon's not got a front wing, has he? No, he hasn't. Albon's got damage somewhere. Alexander Albon has been dominating this race almost. He's now been overtaken by done that by himself by not Piastri, by Norris and Nick De Vries. But drama here at Sentul. There's no Gasly's in as well, so maybe they collided. Let's see, let's get a replay. What happened to Albon? When did this happen? Oh, it's going through turn 2. There's contact through turn 1. And then through turn 2. Oh, it's a classic accident we've seen at turn 2. With people just... Not much communication. I know you can't really communicate, but... You know what I'm trying to say. Drama here at Sentul yet again. About a minute behind at the moment. I'm almost live now as Gasly comes out of the pits in P3. I'm assuming he's in front of Alexander Albon. As we're back live now. Where is Albon? Albon's come out in front of Gasly, so despite getting a new front wing, it's Albon who's in front of Gasly and it's Logan Sargent who leads. So I think thankfully for Albon, he was meant to pit around that time anyway. He's got Hulkenberg behind him as Sargent, a lap down. I don't know how many lap down actually. Here's Nick De Vries. So let's just see. De Vries is on 56. Sargent is on 57. So De Vries is 2 laps down. That's just one example. Don't know how many laps down Hulkenberg is. There's a good battle going on here between these two. Almost contact. Hulkenberg, good move as Sargent goes deep. Very tricky circuit for these drivers to learn. One of the hardest I think they've taken to learning. But a brilliant race we've had here in Sentul, but nonetheless. There's Hulkenberg into the pit, so Sargent continues about 20 laps to go. Can Logan Sargent win his first race in Formula 1? He's on the soft. I don't think the soft will last 20 laps, plus however many laps have been on them so far. So Logan Sargent will probably have to pit again. But how is the Ocon Gasly war that's been going on all throughout this race? That's Nick De Vries in front of Albon. If we start lap 58, there's someone coming out of the pits. That is Nico Hulkenberg, who we saw coming to the pits earlier on. Oh, don't touch. That would not be a good look. A lap car taking out the net race leader. Right, so net race leader, there's contact between them. And now Gasly can almost get past them. Potentially, yes he is. Gasly's got a lot more speed going down the back straight. You're going to go down inside through turn 5. No, not quite. You got the outside line for turn 6. I saw a fire there. What was that? Did I see a fire? Yes, I did. And that's Nick De Vries. Nick De Vries with a big fire. And now he's out of the race. Now Gasly's got past the seat. Albon got held up there. And now Gasly's in the net race lead. There's a few cars getting held up there. De Vries is out of the race. It's just another big fire. Now Albon's gonna catch back up to Gasly. You know what? While they catch back up, I'm gonna go for a little break. So see you in a bit. Welcome back to Centre, where we've got 13, is it 13 or 14? I think it's 13 now. I don't know, but yeah, more than 10 laps to go here at Centre. And Albon is reading in Gasly after he lost the P2. After getting held up by the Vries, who had a big fire at the back of his car. Sargent still hasn't pitted, so to be fair, he's lasting the soft quite a long time. So, yeah, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Logan, can he win his first F1 race of his career? 13 laps left. So this happens, look, there's only 10 cars left in this race. Only half of them are on the lead lap. So, yeah, crazy race here in Central. Anyway, Gasly now into P1. Sargent's finally come into the pits. So where is Logan at the moment? P4, just got, oh no, he's just coming out of the pits now. So Sainz is in front of him, Albon's in front of him, and Gasly's in front of him. Albon's got Norris just behind him. Sainz has, who's that? Lawson just in front of him. Everyone currently on track will get a point unless they DNF. Landon Norris on lap 58, and Gasly is on lap 66. He's 8 laps down. Goodness. As long as they do reach next 3 laps, I think. Norris, of course, is a lot more, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to get to. These probably 90% of the race to score points. I think if they finish, then they should be fine. I'm not entirely sure about the rules, but I think that let's just, for example, say Norris finishes the race, but in just say 68 laps. I think it's 69 laps they have to complete to get the 90% in. I think that I don't think you'll score points. I think if he only gets 68 laps, so he's still got to do like 12 laps. Hopefully he'll be fine. I don't know. But anyway. I've got Gasly leading from Albon. Albon, look how close they are now. Could be a very close final 10 laps here at Central. So now that Norris actually got past Albon, so So Norris looks like he's trying to unlap himself. That's very good if he does unlap himself. Anyway, Norris, I think if he unlapped himself, he might just be able to finish this race and score points. I mean, it'll only be 1 point unless anyone else DNFs, but you never know. You never know. Gasly's definitely got 90% done. Same with Albon. They're on lap 70. Sargent, yeah, he's got points. Sainz has points. Stroll has points. Joe, what about him? He's got to finish this lap, so he's almost done. Joe's got to finish this lap. Hulkenberg, oh, battle here. Battle for the lead. Hang on. Oh, let's watch this. Hulkenberg just unlapped himself and got past Albon. Anyway, Gasly now has been overtaken by Albon. No, what? I missed that. I do apologise. So Gasly now into P2, so overtaken by Albon, and it's Albon who leads the Indonesian Grand Prix. Where's Logan Sargent amongst these lot? He is going through... which part of the track's he at? Okay, he's going towards turn 5. To be fair, Sargent is catching. Sargent is catching. It's these three scrap Nico Hulkenberg. I mean, these two scrap Nico Hulkenberg, who's a lap or two down. Just unlapped himself, it looks like. Gasly's got, Albon, sorry, got past Hulkenberg. Gasly couldn't, no, Gasly could, sorry. But now Gasly could make a move. Oh, goodness me, I thought he locked up there, I think. Almost went into the back. A lot of people going deep in that corner, for some reason. Not entirely sure why, but they are, so... Anyway, Gasly who leads. I mean, he's in P2 behind Albon. We've got a good battle here between Albon and Hulkenberg. I know it's not for position, it's Hulkenberg's a lap down. But Hulkenberg is trying to unlap himself, trying very hard to unlap himself as he goes almost round the outside, and he does do it. He's got the inside line to turn 7. Is he going to make the move work? Yes, he is. And it's Nico Hulkenberg. No, they're not. They're side by side going towards turn 8. Hulkenberg got the outside line, not the inside line into turn 9. But he's not going to be able to do it. And it's going to be Hulkenberg in front. So I don't know what I'm on about there. He's able to do it. And now Gasly trying to go around the outside. There's contact between the top two in this race. Yet again, these two have made contact numerous times. And that could invite Logan Sargent down the inside on Pierre Gasly. And it's Sargent out of nowhere who could get the lead here into turn 1. Where has he come from? I didn't even realise he was actually near them. But Sargent could get past his teammate now into turn 1. Is he going to get into turn 2 maybe? Sargent, no, he's in P2. But I'm sure he'll take that any day of the week. There we go, down towards turn 3. Is he going to move down the inside? It's gone from 3rd to 1st in a few corners. And it's a brilliant move from Sargent. He's down to P1. And now Gasly's past Albon. Brilliant racing here at Sentul. With about 4 laps to go. Goodness me, it's brilliant racing. Everywhere you look. And Williams, they could get their first 1-2 since I don't know when. And America could get their first F1 win since I believe the 1978 Dutch Grand Prix. It was the 2003 French Grand Prix was the last time Williams got a 1-2. And since then they've only had 3 more wins. The last, no, 3 wins, 4 wins, sorry. Last one being of course a few weeks ago in Monza, but before that it was all the way back in 2012 Spanish Grand Prix of Pasta Maldonado. Now Albon in front of Gasly, so Williams back in 1-2. You know, Gasly in front of Albon again. Well, they kind of spread out a little bit. Let's go a little look around the field. Norris P10 is Lawson in P9. Anyway, Sargent now leading from Gasly and from Alexander Albon. There's a move there. I think Stroll's got past Sainz. Sainz has pitted. Okay, that's why. So Sargent now leads. Brilliant strategy call. And now Sargent. Oh, no! It could have been a Williams 1-2, but that's smoke coming out of the back of Alexander Albon's car. And he's into the pits. Albon's in the pits. No. There's Albon. He comes into the pits. And I hope that's his tyre wear. But it's Williams 1-2 gone on either way, and that's Albon out. Alexander Albon with heartbreak, his engine goes and he could have had a podium. It could have been a Williams 1-2, the first since 2003, but we still could have the first American to win a Formula 1 race since 1978. All those years ago. I think Lawson's got an issue. Yeah, he has. Liam Lawson's got an issue. And Liam Lawson's also out of this race in P9. He'll still score points. But here we go, this is the more important thing. It's Gasly in front of Sargent on the penultimate lap of this race. Again, it was in the penultimate lap of the Austrian Grand Prix where Sainz took Sargent to win away from him there. But what about here? Has Gasly stolen Sargent's maiden win yet again? No, Gasly's in. Has Gasly got an issue or has he just got tyre wear issues? But Logan Sargent leads, and surely if he just keeps it on the track, Gasly can't catch up. No one can catch up. Surely it's going to be Logan Sargent who wins if he goes through turn 2. 1978 Dutch Grand Prix at the old Zandvoort circuit was the last time an American won an F1 race. It was world champion Mario Andretti. I don't think it was that year that he won the world championship, but he has won a few world championships in his time. Of course, the United States, they're most known for their NASCAR, they're most known for their IndyCar. And it's Alex Palou who won the IndyCar Championship last season, the man who's heavily linked with F1 all the time. But it's Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris who are picked over him. Pato O'Ward, another name from IndyCar that could come over. Is Shane Van Gisbergen, a name from now NASCAR. Technically, he's confirmed in NASCAR next year. They replaced Logan Sargent just 2 races ago because Sargent had a massive crash in the Italian Grand Prix, which ruled him out for the Thai Grand Prix and the Russian Grand Prix because of concussion-like symptoms. But across the line, for the first time since 1978, it's an American who's won an F1 race, and it's Logan Sargent who wins the Indonesian Grand Prix. What a race for Logan! And it's the Williams' second win of the year. And after no wins in 2012, it's 2 in 2023. And I meant 2012, not 2012, whatever I said. And it's Pierre Gasly, who's rounds the final corner. He pits in the final lap, obviously with some sort of tyre wear issues. He's in the cross line in P2. And to finish off the podium, it's Carlos Sainz in P3. Lance Stroll going round the final corner now. He's going to finish in P4. What a race here in Centaur, and what a dramatic finish. Joe, where's he? Has he finished the race? I don't think he has. He's a lap down though to all of the drivers who have currently finished. He's going to finish in P5, a whole lap down though. And Joe in P5, still a solid 10 points for Joe. Albon's in P6, it's Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's come into the pits. Oh no, that's Sargent. Is that Sargent? Yeah, that's Sargent to Hulkenberg. But no, Hulkenberg's already in the pits. So I think Hulkenberg's got some sort of issue. Is there Stroll? Is that coming in? Or is that Drogovic? No, let me. Yeah, no, yeah, Drogovic in P8, Hulkenberg in P7. And Lawson's already out. Lando Norris. Norris is out as well. Oh no, Norris has probably already finished. 70 laps completed. Yeah, Norris has scored a point. It mattered too much, but he has scored a point. We just confirm it is. Yeah, he's actually finished the race. Yeah. Wow, what a race here in Sentil. It's an early one, but it's a good one. We've got Snowder after a collision in the pit lane. Russell, Bottas involved in the same incident. Hamilton had a fire on the safety car. Verstappen crashed in the pit lane. Magnussen had a big crash, and then in the pit lane he just couldn't repair the car. Leclerc had an engine issue. Ocon had an engine issue. Piastri had an engine issue. De Vries had an engine issue. Norris had a lot of laps down after an issue at the start. Lawson as well was a lot of laps down, but he ended up with an engine failure as well. Drogovic in P8. Hulkenberg P7, both of them a few laps down. Albon in P6, he was so close, he was dominating the race. Unfortunately, an engine failure with about 2 laps to go ended his chances of winning a second race of the season. It's Joe Guanyu in P5, Stroll in P4. Brilliant race for those two championship hopes. Sainz in P3, Pierre Gasly in P2, and it's Logan Sargent, your race winner here in Sentil. Logan Sargent for the first time since 1978. Brilliant for him. Anyway, we'll be back next weekend, is it? No, it's 2 weeks' time for the US Grand Prix, another sprint round at Road America. We're back next weekend for the Martinsville 250 and SRS playoffs, the second round of that. So make sure you're there if you want to be. And I'll see you then. Goodbye.